Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Athletics taking on the Seattle Mariners. Well, Singy, all eyes on him today after his incredible performance in the last one.
Yeah, Boog, that was one of the best hitting displays I've seen in a while. My man was in the zone. If he's able to carry that momentum over to today, we're in for a show on MLB The Show.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about set to go now. And pitching in this game, Logan Gilbert. How about a scouting report on him?
Well, a very solid ERA last season, just a little over 3. And when you've got a guy like that taking the mound for you, the offense is definitely expected to score 4 runs at least, unless they're really struggling. So you know, more times than not, when he's on the bump, you're going to win the ball game if you just do your part as an offense. So last year, great year. He wants to repeat that or even improve. And I think there is some room for improvement. He's got good stuff. It's just executing from hitter to hitter.
Slice to right and foul ball. In the air, right field. Robles on his way over. He makes the grab, and there's one away. And time now to check out the A's lineup. Singy, this righty-heavy lineup is a bit unusual against a right-handed pitcher.
Yeah, Boog, certainly bucks the old conventional wisdom, and I'm not sure I see the vision from the manager on this one. You're not exactly putting your players in the best situation to succeed when you roll out a lineup like this. Maybe they've seen something on video that tells them there's a weakness to exploit. Perhaps that's it.
Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. So a man aboard now with one away.
Batting third, first baseman Jason Giambi.
And here is Jason Giambi. Fouled off left side. Wilson at first, one gone. Fouls it off, still 1-2. And there's a ball. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Flips it, 1 at second to first, but it pulls him off the bag.
Batting
Well, he had the chance of turning 2 right there, but I don't think he got a good grip on the ball as he tried to transfer from glove to throwing hand. They say you can't assume a double play. I beg to differ at the big league level, but it's going to be ruled as a fielder's choice.
So up next, Brent Rooker. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1-2.
Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in the second game of the series. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3. A's nothing. M's coming to bat. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back in Seattle, and our pitcher in this game, Catfish Hunter. Not the best results a year ago, looking for better this season, Chris.
Yeah, and I think this guy understands that if he doesn't make quicker adjustments and show improvement, that the patience that his manager has will not last as long as it did last year. So we'll see if he can get off to a great start. Perhaps the work that he did in the offseason will show good results early on. But he's got to get out of the gates going strong, or else he may find himself in the bullpen or back in the minor leagues.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle over to Giambi. And a quick out, number one. And now we check out the Mariners lineup. All right, Siggy, how about all the talent in this lineup?
They're deep, first and foremost, but the way that they can manipulate their personnel for matchups and everything else, it's very intelligent the way that they use their team. And I think it creates a little bit of uncertainty for opposing teams, especially in a big game, big series.
Next offering is fouled back. One down, base is empty. Got him swinging.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead of the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase.
Swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance. Makes the catch up against the wall. Mariners come up empty in their first try through an inning in Seattle. No score. Back at T-Mobile Park. Now it's the right fielder, Lawrence Butler. And a swing and a miss. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
On the ground, right side, and it goes just foul. Outside low. Full count now.
Full count.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Oh, Boog, I'll tell you, when he goes to look at the video of that pitch, he's going to want to punch himself. That slider had hit and ridden all over it, and clearly he just got a little too excited and was out in front. Tell you what, when you get a pitch like that, you cannot miss it. Those have a chance to go a long way.
Shea Langoliers up next for the A's. And the righty deals. And that's in there at the knees.
Here's a batter who, for whatever reasons, plays better on the road, and that should help him here today.
1 out, base is empty. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. He makes the throw, but it's not in time. And they catch a break as they get a base runner at first. This is J.J. Bleday. Swing and a miss, and now 2-2.
2 strikes.
Goes down looking. Zach Geloff up next for the A's. That one's in there. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Langoliers off of first with 2 away. Off the mark there. 2-2.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
Swing and a miss. Gilbert with the strikeout. So one hit is all they get. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. We're tied 0-0. Bottom of the inning. And here's the veteran outfielder, Ken Griffey Jr.
Center fielder, Ken Griffey Jr.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Jr. with a homer in his last game. Slashes this one, and it could be trouble. Around first, heading for 2. The throw in, and he's got a leadoff double.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Pitch was away, and he did exactly what you're supposed to do with it. Drive it the other way. Just go with the pitch.
Cal Raleigh digs in now. Late on that fastball.
1-2.
No score here in the second. Squirts away from Langoliers. And on the wild pitch, he goes down to third.
Even with a good secondary lead, sometimes it's hard to see just how far that ball's gotten away from the catcher. And if you can make it to third base pretty much standing up, well, that time he seemed to have a pretty good read, gets to third safely, and now he's just 90 feet away from scoring.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Runner at third, nobody out. Bottom half of inning number 2. That misses, and the count is filled up. Julio Rodriguez in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
So runners at the corners, nobody out. And now it's Julio Rodriguez.
It's early, but these at-bats can impact the game just as much as they do later. Here's a chance to set the tone early for your team.
Ground ball right side, could be 2. They get the tag on him. Safe at first. They won't get them both, and the runner comes in from third. Kyle Seager up next for the Mariners.
Third baseman, Kyle
I love this
Seager.
part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
That one ripped. And it's into the gap. Around second is Rodriguez. Headed for the plate. He'll score.
Comes through with the RBI. Against good pitchers, you've got to take advantage of the mistakes. That was right in his wheelhouse, and he didn't miss a stitch.
And now Mike Cameron. Fouled off down the right side. Seager over at second, one down. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Got him looking. And 2 away now.
Been a pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday. Another one right there. They've clearly got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
J.P. Crawford gets a chance to hit. The 1-1 is fouled off. Got him. Inning over, and it could have been worse. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. We played 2 full. It's the Mariners 2 and the A's nothing. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Gio Urshela.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
No need to deviate from the slider right there. The hitter just not making the adjustment. He came at him with the breaking ball, pitch after pitch in that at bat, and evidently there was no answer for it.
Ricky Henderson up next for the A's. This one popped up. Solano. He's there. He's got it. And there's 2 down.
Up next for the A's, shortstop Jacob Wilson.
2 outs, base is empty. And now the shortstop, Jacob Wilson. 2 outs, base is empty. Now, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. This one in the air, right field. Robles makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Offense held in check there. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Mariners 2 and the A's nothing. And we're back. And now it's Victor Robles up to hit.
Right fielder, Victor Robles.
High.
Hit on the ground to short. Wilson throws to first. Out. Leadoff hitter gone in the 3rd.
Now batting, Second baseman, Donovan Solano.
Here's Donovan Solano. And a foul ball. 2-2 now. On the ground to third. Urshela to first in time. And two straight set down to begin the bottom of the third.
First baseman, Edgar Martinez.
Here's a big power threat. Edgar Martinez.
When he steps into the batter's box, the comfort level looks so high. It doesn't matter what kind of delivery that pitcher has, what kind of velocity, what kind of secondary stuff. He is so settled in there. He owns the home plate area.
Inside, just missed.
3-1.
Ken Griffey Jr. on deck for the M's. Sliced hard but foul. Two outs. In the air out to center. Lede giving chase. The throw into second, and he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning. Start of the fourth, and here's the first baseman, Jason Giambi. Next offering is fouled back.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
That one almost got him. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Got him swinging. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Brent Rooker.
And now, Brent Rooker. And now 2 balls and a strike.
Here's something cool, Boog. When they finished building T-Mobile Park back in 1999, they actually opened it up in the middle of the season. I remember as a rookie with the Chicago White Sox, we opened the season at the Kingdome, and then when we came back later in the year, we were playing at T-Mobile Park. It's a beautiful place, great scenery from center field, and I always enjoyed playing here.
And that's ball 4. Tried another slider, but it missed the plate.
You know, I think he's okay with that outcome. It wasn't an intentional
Lawrence
walk,
Butler.
but he wasn't exactly trying to attack the zone either.
And now the right fielder, Lawrence Butler. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. And down on strikes he goes, making 7 strikeouts for him.
Quite the start to this game on the mound. Looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already. So this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
And now a chance for Shea Langoliers. Out towards left center. Cameron settles under it and makes the catch. And that'll do it. The A's strand 1. They're still down. It's 2-zip. Bottom of the fourth.
Leading
now it's the
off
power speed
for the
combo.
Mariners,
Ken Griffey Jr.
Center fielder, Ken Griffey Jr.
The 1-1. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Battling here as he fouls it away. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Foul tip, but he hangs on for strike 3.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more
Now
fastballs in that
catcher,
location.
Cal
Hitters,
Raleigh.
especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
And a strike in there.
Dangerous spot for that slider right there. Didn't seem to quite finish out front and get that sharp break. Tell you what, he doesn't want to throw that pitch again.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was
Now
taking it,
batting,
thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side here in the fourth.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Welcome back.
Leading
Quite a
off for
pitcher's
the
duel
A's,
so far.
center
Here's how the
fielder,
starters
J.J.
have performed up
Leggett.
to this point. Outside low, and a count 2-1.
You know, these A's doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. Starter's leash has to be getting tighter with his pitch count where it is, but so far he's been really effective in this one.
And that's down and away.
You know, sometimes it just takes getting to the bullpen in order to be able to score runs, and that might be the case today.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Right through there, got it. That's his 8th strikeout of the game.
Well, that curveball had some pretty good break to it. As you can see, the hitter just locked up a little bit. Thought it was a great pitch to hit, but sometimes you're looking for something else, and you can't pull the trigger.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Lifted in the air, right field. Robles puts it away for the out.
Now batting, third baseman, Gio Urshela.
Now here's Gio Urshela. Swing and a miss, and he got him. With number 9 for him in this game. 9. Nothing doing there for the A's, and they're down 2-0. Back in Seattle, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the third baseman, Kyle Seager.
Kyle Seager.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Out there to center. That gets down for a hit. And a good start to the inning.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night. And just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Next offering is in for a strike.
1 ball.
Runner at first with no outs here.
Ball 2.
3-2 now.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Hit on the ground up the middle. That's a base hit. Bleday fires it in. Runner stops at second. And the first 2 reach to start the inning.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
First and second, no outs. And up next for Seattle, J.P. Crawford. Swing and a ball lifted left field. And Ricky Henderson the grab. And there's one away.
Now batting, the right fielder, Victor Robles.
So the batting order turns over. Here's Victor Robles.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
There's a swing and a miss.
Yeah, he can move the ball around,
1-2.
add and subtract, get some weak contact at times. So you don't worry as much about him in this situation. Very capable of getting a ground ball and getting out of this little jam.
Two on, 1 out. That one misses. It's 2-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Ground ball left side, could be 2. There's 1. Over to Giambi for the inning-ending double play. So no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. 5 innings complete. It's the Mariners 2 and the A's nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Start of the 6th, John Shelby with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Ricky Henderson. Rips one to left. That's a base hit. And they have their first hit since the 2nd inning.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Off the
for
bat,
the
that
A's,
one registered at
shortstop,
105 miles per
Wilson.
hour, man. That is smoking, and these days you hear it all the time, but the numbers just don't lie. If you can drive a ball like that, more often than not, you're picking up a knock. And now, let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Now, here is Jacob Wilson. Pitch misses there, and that's ball 3.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Fouls one away, and now 3-2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
And a swing and a miss. And that K brings him into double digits for the game.
You know, Boog, you often think of sliders more for that horizontal movement, but most of the good ones have both vertical depth and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good drop on the break and got him to swing over the top.
Jason Giambi up next for the A's. With the tying run at the plate, and we're the top half of the 6th. See ya! Strikes him out for the 2nd time today.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
Gilbert keeping an eye on him. Runner on the go. Pitch misses.
He's in there.
Throw, save. That's a stolen base. With that bag, he has broken the all-time Major League stolen base record. Absolutely incredible.
Today, he is the greatest of all time, the most dangerous base runner ever. We knew this moment was coming, but that shouldn't diminish what an accomplishment it is. Get that bag to Cooperstown. Just unbelievable what he's done in this legendary career.
Henderson stands at second with 2 gone. That one fouled off, 2-2. Got him looking. Now it doesn't strike outs for him in this one. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. It's the Mariners 2 and the A's nothing. Well, we go bottom 6. Here's the second baseman, Donovan Solano.
Second baseman, Donovan Solano.
No.
Swing and a miss.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
And it remains 2-2.
He's mixing his pitches really well, late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. Let's see if he can elevate one. I think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss.
Liner, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Up next for the Mariners, first baseman
Manager
Edgar
out of the dugout
Martinez.
now, and he will make a move to dip into the A's bullpen. Catfish Hunter won't go any further, and he kept him in it even though he's in line for the loss right now. New arm when we come back.
Now pitching for the
So out of the
Athletics,
pen comes the right-hander,
number
Tyler
44.
Ferguson.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Man at first, nobody out. Edgar Martinez getting ready to hit. Just missed.
Well, these Mariners really impressing me with the quality of their bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. They really made that opposing starter work in this one. Ran his pitch count up, and now they've got an opportunity to continue making things difficult.
Runner takes off. Breaks his bat, pops it up. Geloff on the move. He's got it. One down.
And no, they haven't broken through in a big way in the runs column, but with the way they're grinding out at bats, it definitely feels like there's potential for more coming.
Here's the center fielder, Ken Griffey Jr. One now. And that is out of play. Look out!
Time.
And it hit him. He had him 1-2, and he ends up hitting him with a pitch.
Now batting.
Now the catcher up to hit, Cal Raleigh. Two on, one out. That one missed.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Swings and misses. That's out number 2.
Oh, there he gets the slider in on his hands, and it just eats him up. You know, it's hard to get the bat around on a pitch like that in tight. You just feel like you're crowded on the inside part of the plate. Can't get any extension. That's one he definitely should have laid off of.
Out front, rip foul. And a swing and a miss. And that'll do it.
Couple of strikeouts with runners on. Sometimes you got to really bear down, and he did just that. Nice job of getting out of the jam and out of the inning.
Now pitching.
Welcome
for the
back. We're in the
Mariners.
7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Gabe Spire.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. And in foul ground, he pulls it down. One out.
Now batting, catcher, Shea Langoliers.
Next up for the A's, Shea Langoliers. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Good pitch right there. I mean, he's attacking a location that this guy at the plate tends to have trouble with. There's just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information, but the guys that can take that information, process it, and then go out there, Boog, and execute the pitch, go right after that hitter, and get the result that they were anticipating, that's really good pitching right there. And it's a good job of the pitcher and the catcher working together.
Digging in, J.J. Bleday. Two down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. He flexes his power with that swing, and they've got their first run. It's 2-1.
He ran the count full and saved his best swing for last. That was a battle, and he won. There was a fastball down the middle. I don't think the hitter recognized the pitch, but once he did, was quick enough to get it in play with some authority. He got that up and out of here.
Base is empty with 2 away. Now it's the second baseman, Zach Geloff, looking to get the tying run on base. Fouled off. He was late. That one missing inside. Next pitch is outside. Gio Urshela in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Gets a piece and stays alive. Two down, nobody on. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Got him looking. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. A's draw closer on this homer, and this is now a 2-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. T.J. McFarland.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
For the Mariners, third baseman, Kyle Seager.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Mike Cameron up next for the Mariners. Outside low, and now 3-1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Raleigh Fingers appears to be getting loose. Miller also throwing. Base is empty, one away. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Hard hit left side. Over to Giambi. 2 up, 2 down.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
Shortstop, J.P. Crawford.
2 down, base is empty. And the batter will be the shortstop, J.P. Crawford. That's off the inside corner. 2-1. And the sweeper misses. Late swing, foul to the left. Smoked on the ground a second. Over to Giambi. And the Mariners set down 1-2-3. Nobody left for Seattle, but they still lead it 2-1. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Matt Brash.
Now pitching for the Mariners, number 47, Matt Brash.
Here's Gio
Leading
Urshela.
off for the A's, third baseman, Gio Urshela.
Movement in the bullpen. Andres Munoz, the American League saves leader, looks to be warming up. Saucedo getting cranked up as well. And fouled off. The 2-2. In there. got him looking for the K. Went back to the slider, and it was a good idea.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his third strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Now here's the leadoff hitter for the A's, Ricky Henderson. Right side, hard hit. Tosses to first. Two up, two down here in the top of the eighth.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there.
Now
nice
batting,
job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch,
Wilson.
get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
So digging in, Jacob Wilson. Trying to hold a one-run lead, and we're in the top of the eighth.
2-1.
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. The A's go quietly. So they make short work of him there. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Mariners 2 and the A's 1.
Now pitching for the
Back
A's.
now, new pitcher on the mound as we
Number
roll into the
34.
bottom of the 8th. Raleigh Fingers.
Raleigh Fingers.
So digging in,
Leading
Victor
off
Robles.
for the Mariners.
This is a guy you got to
Right
keep an eye on
fielder,
when he digs
Victor
in. Definitely
Robles.
been known to drop a drag bunt from time to time, and he's pretty good at it, Chris.
Yeah, and he creates a sense of urgency for the defense because of the speed, because of the ability to put down that bunt.
That's inside. Now you see even sluggers from time to time try and use the bunt really as a way to beat the shift. On the ground to third. Urshela to first in time. And that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the
Up
8th.
next for the Mariners, second baseman,
Now the number 2 hitter,
Solano.
Donovan Solano.
Ball.
Action in the pen down there. Jose Leclerc preparing to come on if needed. Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. Pulls that one foul. Out to short. Wilson. Whips it across. Out. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, first baseman, Edgar Martinez.
And stepping in for the Mariners, Edgar Martinez. Just off the inside corner. And it's 2-2. And that just misses.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
2 outs. Got it. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Mariners go down quietly there as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead.
Now pitching
Welcome
for the
back.
Mariners.
And here comes the closer,
Number
Andres
75.
Munoz. He comes in with a
Andres
chance for his second
Munoz.
save of the season.
Leading
Well,
off for the
one-run
A's,
game,
first
and now the
baseman,
first baseman, Jason
Giambi.
Giambi. Swings and misses. And the count 1-2. Line drive, that's a base hit.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being
hitter,
down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Really stayed inside that baseball to send it to the opposite field. With the shift onto the pull side, that's an easy knock if you'll take it.
No outs, runner at first. Now the A's designated hitter, Brent Rooker. Ball to strike. And that one fouled off. And that is downstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count.
Now pitching for
Colin
the
Snyder
Mariners.
is forced to the mound
Number
after the
52.
injury.
And I can't imagine
Colin
any save is an easy one.
Snyder.
You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Chop to third. Seager. Off balance speed. There's one. On to Edgar. In time double play.
Hey, they played the matchup right there. It worked out perfectly. Got the ground ball double play, and that changes the complexion of this inning entirely.
So they're down to their final out. Lawrence Butler up next for the A's. The 3-1. Hard hit right side. On to first, ball game. And the Mariners take the first 2 games of this series.
Well, a tight 2-1 ball game. Classic pitching and defense in this game. A lot of good execution, and neither team really beat themselves by way of mistakes. But ultimately, it came down to 1 or 2 key plays to make the difference for the win.
And your final score here today, 2-1. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.